Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I was watching Raw Beauty Christy and she did a challenge that was to use every eyeshadow in the palette, which I thought looked really fun. I have a bunch of stuff I want to record, but I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to do that first because that just sounds like it would be interesting and difficult and fun. She picked a 28 pan palette and it was a disaster. I think most people, after she said she was going to use that many eyeshadows, kind of knew it was probably going to be a disaster, but it was hysterical. So I'm going to link that below if you want to see it. So I am going to do the same challenge, but I'm kind of cheating a little bit because I picked a small palette. But here's the thing. I love foils. So this is only 6 eyeshadows, but every single one of them is extremely foiled. So I'm going to do a complete foiled look. So my crease is going to be foiled, my eyelid will be foiled, you know, my brow bone, highlight will be foiled, everything is going to be foiled. I adore foils. If I had to pick one type of eyeshadow and that's all I could use for like a year, I would probably choose foils because nothing makes me happier than looking in the mirror and just feeling like I have chrome on my eyes. I just think it's so beautiful. So today I'm going to do the use every eyeshadow in the palette challenge and we're going to see how this turns out. It might be a disaster, it might be a lot of fun. I don't know. All foil, who knows? This is the Jouer Skinny Dip Palette. You can get it at Derm Store. It is $40. It's kind of pricey. Derm Store has a lot of sales. You decided that you wanted to buy this. If you wait for their 20% off sale, which they generally have quarterly, then you can get it for a better price. Before I apply these eyeshadows, I wanted to just do some quick swatches for you. And this is the Starlight, and that is the Starlight swatched. It's just a really pretty silver color. And then the second color is Bikini. It's a warm peach. It looks really pinky to me. It's kind of the hardest color to apply, and you probably would want to apply it wet to get the most color out of it. The next color is Skinny Dip, and that is that gorgeous gold that I absolutely love. I would say that this Skinny Dip and Starlight are my two favorites. And then the next color is Tan Lines, and that's a warm gold bronze color, and that has a ton of pigment. I don't even know that you even need to use that wet. It has so much pigment. The next color is a warm taupe, and that's Magic Hour. It has quite a bit of pigment too. And then warm brown, which is Midnight Swim, and that's quite pigmented as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with Magic Hour, and that is that warm taupe color. And I'm going to use that as my transition shade. This is gonna be interesting. So I'm just going to use my IT blending brush. These shadows are very firm in the pan, so you kind of have to do a little bit of a digging motion to get a decent amount of pigment, but they are beautiful. So I'm going to obviously use these dry, the ones that I don't want to look as foiled. At some point I will move to using these wet, probably on my eyelid. Oh my goodness, that's dark. Full foil look. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing I'm not going anywhere today. I probably would get strange looks at the grocery store. And I'm just applying this the way I would any transition shade, which means I go in with a windshield wiper motion and then I blend it out using small circular motions. This is dark enough that it would probably work as just a standalone crease shade, but I've got to use all these shades, so I may have to rethink this. That's got a lot of pigment. I mean, look at that. That's dry. And a lot of times when you use a foil shadow, you need to use it with a setting spray just to really get that foiled effect. But this is very pigmented and it's dry. I will say the one bad thing about this palette is Fallout City. I mean, you get a ton of fallout from it. I'm using my brush cleaner, which if you don't have one of these, I totally recommend that you get one, and it just takes off any pigmentation. I rub my brush across it and the pigmentation is gone. Okay, I'm going to dip into Tan Lines, which is a warm gold bronze, and I'm going to put that in my crease. I'm not going to put too much because I don't want to darken this up too much. That's pretty. Looks more gold than bronze to me. Well, I don't know. I am kind of getting a little bit of a green sheen to it, which makes it look bronzy. I'm kind of feeling drag today. That's okay, nothing wrong with that. What do you think so far? All right, next I'm going to take Bikini, which is that warm peach color right there. It's pretty pinky to me. I'm gonna take a flat packing brush. That Bikini color, that is that warm peach color, that is the worst color in this entire palette. And whenever you use that, you absolutely need to use a wet brush. So if you want to get a decent color payoff. So I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to spray my brush. And I'm going to apply that just all over my lids. And I'm using a patting motion. All of these shadows they're sort of firm in the pan, a little bit stiff, so that it is the kind of formula where you need to just dig in a little bit to get a nice color payoff. But boy, is it beautiful. Next, I'm going to take Skinny Dip, which is that warm gold. It's actually my favorite color in this entire palette. It is beautiful. I'm going to spray my brush again, and I'm using that same flat brush. Tap into that pan, and I'm going to pat that on the outer half of my eyelid. That is so foiled. It is such a true gold. And if you've ever wanted just a true gold foil shadow, you cannot go wrong with the Jouer Skinny Dip color. It is fabulous. I'm getting glitter everywhere. That is so pretty, look at that. You can also apply these with your finger and you get a really beautiful color payoff. Look at that. That's the Skinny Dip color, and you can just gently pat that onto your eye and you will get an even better color payoff than applying it with setting spray. I mean, that literally looks like foil. I'm going to take Midnight Swim, which is a warm brown, and I am going to put that in the V of my eye using a pointed definer brush. Going to take a blending brush, and I'm going to just blend that out so there's no harsh edges. And that color isn't real deep, so I'm going to go ahead and go back in again and add a little bit more color, and then I'll blend it out again. I'm going to take a small definer brush, and I'm going to use that same Midnight Swim warm brown. I'm going to wet my brush with the Fix Plus setting spray, and I am going to use that color to define my lower lash line. Next, I'm going to take the cool silver color, which is Starlight. And I am going to put that underneath my brow bone and in the corner of my eye to highlight those areas. And I'm going to do that with a small definer brush. And I'm also going to do it dry, I think, because I don't want this to be too crazy. Oh, it already is pretty crazy. All right, I have so much fallout. I don't know if you can see that on my face at all. Yeah, you can probably see it pretty well right there. So I'm going to take a fan brush and I'm going to try to brush some of that away. If that doesn't work, I may have to take tape. So I would recommend when you're using this palette to probably do your makeup last, and to probably also use glitter glue, which I did not. I'm just going to take some regular Scotch tape, and I'm going to use that to try to get some of this glitter off my face. And there you have it. That is a full foiled look. There is no event in my life right now that I would ever wear this, except inside my house, and I love it. And my 5-year-old daughter's gonna die when she sees this. She's gonna tell me I have unicorn eyes. It is so pretty. I just adore foils. If you are looking for a nice foil palette that it's kind of expensive unless you can get it for that 20% off, then it's fairly reasonable. You get pretty big pans in it. You get a nice selection of foiled colors. I love to do a matte look and then take one of these foils and put it on my eyelid just to add some sparkle and some sheen and just make that look really stand out. And that's how I normally use this. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. It's gotten great reviews on different sites, and I really can't recommend it enough. I mean, look at this. This is recommendation right here. This is absolutely gorgeous. So that was a fun challenge. I admit I kind of cheated because I only used 6 eyeshadows as opposed to like Christy, who used 28, and it was crazy. But these are all foiled shadows, and I've just been dying to do an all foiled look and just see how it turns out, and I'm very pleasantly surprised. I think it is absolutely beautiful. You can decide for yourself what you think. It's over the top, and like I said, I have nowhere that I could even think of that I would ever wear this. I wish I could transform to being in my 20s again and go to some sort of festival, because that's really the only place I could think of to wear this, or going clubbing or something like that. It would be a lot of fun. So you can see my bra strap. Sorry about that. So yeah, this was fun, and I think I may do another one of these, but I'll probably pick maybe a 12 eyeshadow pan to do it, to make it a little bit more difficult. I recommend that you try it. It's kind of a great way to expand your eyeshadow game, just kind of make you get out of your comfort zone and try something that you've never tried before. So I'm looking forward to doing this again. And I want to thank you all for being here with me today, and I really appreciate you spending this time with me, and I hope you are having a great day wherever you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.